Hey, I'm Grant Davies, one of the makers of the Nintendo eShop game Fractured Soul. Fractured Soul is an old school style platformer that will test your skills rather than hold your hand, and with a 3DS twist, it is played across both screens of the 3DS at once. With online leaderboards, speedrunning is a central part of Fractured Soul after you've beaten the main game. And now we're going to take a look at some of the examples how speedrunning works in the game. The easiest way to get past this sweeping laser is to wait for the laser to sweep past, then switch to the platform on the upper screen, and then switch back. When speedrunning though, waiting around is just lost time. Remembering that obstacles like lasers can be avoided by switching around them, let's see how we can run through this puzzle without waiting. Let's look at that again in super slow motion. So as you can see, getting around the laser this way requires two switches in mid-air. A more advanced technique in Fractured Soul, but required for speedrunning. So obviously we don't want to stop, but more importantly we want to keep moving as fast as we can. One area of potential slowdown are ladders. Rapidly jumping up ladders is a great way to blaze through the environment. And in slow motion we can see that we need to be rapidly jumping and switching in order to avoid being damaged by the lasers. It may seem challenging at first, but there's a rhythm to it, and this rhythm is key to speedrunning in Fractured Soul. Being underwater is also going to slow us down. Therefore, in underwater stages, we really want to minimize the time spent in the water. Any parts of an environment that can be avoided should be avoided. If there's a way to cut out platforms during a jump section, it's probably worth doing. The obvious jump from here is across to this platform, but it can be skipped entirely with a well-timed double jump that maximizes the height of the jump. And again here. Equally useful is cutting out irrelevant switches. These can be a little trickier to figure out, but sometimes some clever strategy and agile movement can avoid having to spend valuable time flipping a switch. We saw just before that this switch opens the door on the right side of the screen, so that's a switch that we need to flip. And we also saw that the switch next to us here deactivates the laser just beyond it and allows us to get to the underside of the platform to flip the switch that opens the door. But if we jump switch together, we can get to the underside of the platform without flipping this switch. Jumping and switching together is another advanced move that you'll need to master if you want to post some great times speedrunning Fractured Soul. These are some of the basic tips to speedrunning in Fractured Soul. There are many more, but I don't want to reveal too many spoilers. Successful speedrunning in Fractured Soul involves both analysing the environment and having the skills to pull off some awesome platforming moves. Well, that's all for now. I'll see you on the online leaderboards. Fractured Soul is available for purchase now on the Nintendo eShop.